My name's Bobby Alloway. I own Alloway's Hot Rod Shop in Louisville, Tennessee. Been in business here since 1991. Here at our shop, we started out doing street rods, and that was probably the most popular thing we could do. And then the trends changed. The trends changed into the 50s, on into the 60s, and even into 70s now, when the clients got a little younger, and that's what they grew up with, that's what they started wanting. Here we're known for a certain style of car, and I don't know if that's good or bad, but our style is big back tires, little front tires, big motors, big sound, and really, really straight bodies. Well, we're actually known for painting cars one color. Sometimes we do paint cars another color, but a lot of people says, why in the world do you use black? Well, if you're trying to impress a body guy and you got a black car, then if you've got a wave or you've got a wiggle in it, you'll absolutely see it. A lot of colors will hide that. I built black cars, and I never could get one on the magazine because the magazines didn't want to shoot black cars. I went to a red car. I went to a 34 Victoria and painted it red and showed it a little bit on the ISCA circuit. And then I turned around and built a 33 Victoria, and me and my wife took it to the Riddler. And we were nobody, didn't know nothing about nothing, and we went up there with that car and had a lot of help from Boyd and Shaportis and those guys. And somehow or another we won the Riddler in '85, and I may be one of the last ones that won it with my car and my money. Then we went on, and I ended up selling the car to buy the house that we're in right now, and that was back in the '80s. We started using PPG. I did a project with Street Rodder magazine back a few years ago, actually more than a few years ago, a blue 32, and they wanted us to use PPG, and we used it, and it was probably some of the friendliest product that we'd ever used. And the reason I say friendly, it was user-friendly to the guys who was buffing and cutting it. It worked out very, very well for us.
I've been working with Bobby for a little over 10 years. It just amazes me, the finishes and the type of work that Bobby does. There's nobody that does black like Bobby does. He deserves the King of Black. It looks like it's elbow deep, and it's incredible. PPG is so thankful to be working with somebody of Bobby's caliber, truly a master of his craft.
We use a Deltron black. It's an old 9700, and it's probably the blackest black that I've ever found. Over our black base coat, we use a 2002 clear. Some clears that you see have a yellow tint to them, and this clear is just as clear as you can be. We generally put about 5 to 6 coats on, and we do it all at one time, and a lot of people frown about that, but with this product, we haven't had an issue with it as far as solvent popping and stuff goes. And that allows us to cut it, and when I say cut it, we start with 600 and cut it flat. And that's what makes our black look so well, that it's good and flat. And then after you do that, the problem is getting the sand scratches out. You've got the material flat, so we start with 600 and go all the way to 2,500 to 3,000, and don't skip a step. Don't think you can do this. We start with 6, you go to 8, you go to 1,000, you go to 15, blah, 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 right straight through, and don't try to rush it. When you get through with your 25 or 3,000, your car will look like it's buffed anyway. So then you don't have to cut it that hard, because all you're trying to do after that is get the sand scratches out after you get it flat.